Good evening. This is Butch Popeye Moss coming to you from my cheap hotel room. Oh, wait a minute. Let me shut this door. No reason you should see the commode while I talk. But the reason I'm coming to you this evening is because I just finished up an article at texasbikerradio.org, and it has to do with motorcycle profiling. Now, I was yesterday evening, I was bringing my granddaughters out to Texas Tech, where one's in her sophomore year and the other one is going through her orientation as a freshman this year. So we're on the highway and not speeding, not on my motorcycle, not wearing my cut. We were pulled over because my Texas Tech license plate rim or frame partially covered the word Texas on the license plate. Now, I'm going to tell you, this sheriff's deputy in Parker County pulled me over on a busy highway for that infraction. And it was quite interesting. I was trying to figure out what in the hell. And of course, when he stuck his head in the window on my granddaughter's side, who was actually taking a class, I guess it's some type of conference call or something they do, where she's actually taking a college course while we're driving down the highway, headed toward Lubbock. Well, he sticks his head in the window and starts talking to me about the license plate frame. And, we have a conversation back and forth over it. And, didn't ever dawn on me when I put the frame on that it was partially covering the word Texas. But also did the U.S. Navy frame that I've been riding around with for years, it also partially covered the word Texas on the license plate. So he then said something about my wife's handicap placard, which would have been a legitimate reason to maybe stop me. But I don't know. Busy highway, a lot of accidents have happened around the DFW area over the past few years, resulting in deaths because of cars that are parked on the side of the highway where drunks come along and run into them. And so, I was just trying to wrap my head around all this. And as we were driving away, one of my granddaughters said, hey, Pawpaw, he was profiling you for being a biker. And, other than my hat at the time, there was nothing that identified me as a biker, or I thought. But then I also thought at the same time as we were driving off that there's a decal on the driver's side of the rear window, Sons of Liberty Riders MC, in plain sight. So was that the reason I was stopped? And when he put his head in the car, he didn't see what he thought he was going to see? I mean, those are legitimate questions I have now. So I posted it on my Facebook site tonight. And like I said, I also wrote about it in Texas Biker Radio. And what I feel is going on. Now, I may not have been profiled. Let me get that clear. And I do understand the covering up of, partially covering up of the Texas on the license plate. My God, you can't do that. Although when I roam around campus over here, I see the same license plate frames with the same issues, including official Texas Tech automobiles and vans. Oh yeah, but I digress. And it's just a reason for me to come to you and say, hey, all this motorcycle profiling is having an effect on all of us. You can be profiled at any time, no matter who you are, no matter what you're riding, no matter what you're doing. And a lot of it is done through erroneous data. I mean, take Twin Peaks, for instance. Every motorcycle there at that event, every motorcycle rider was profiled. Some were let go early, others were arrested, others were indicted. Everyone there was profiled. Everyone. And as we've seen now, the destruction that has caused not only the deaths of 9 individuals, but the arrest and the indictment of those that were held hostage for 3 years. And not only that, a career was destroyed, the DA's career, Abel Reyna. And we'll see that it stays that way. A DA's office in disarray. A county now liable for millions of dollars. All of that off of erroneous information and profiling, in my opinion. And then we have the white settlement fiasco, where we have a city councilman who also happened to be a Tarrant County Sheriff's deputy, resigned because of a motorcycle safety proclamation that was being presented to a group of bikers that were there. Now, he took erroneous information, not only from a person that was sitting up front at the meeting. I think he was a lawyer. And he was told that, hey, there are bikers here. There were bikers here that were at Twin Peaks, and none of that was true. Oh yeah, there were MC club members there. There were no banditos there, as he suggested. There were motorcycle ministries. There were veterans. There was even one group that's not a club, not an MC, that actually has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for mental health and mental retardation. I mean, this city councilman was profiling off of information that he had been indoctrinated into. That's what he was doing. And let me tell you, I had a good talk with Sheriff Wayburn about this. And we'll be discussing it at our next legislative strike force meeting, which will be coming this summer. We've got a lot to do and a lot to talk about. And just a minute, let me lost my place for a second. And so, oh yeah, one other thing I wanted to bring up is we had a group of bikers up from Houston who are now Sons of Liberty Riders MC members. They were visiting us last summer at a legislative strike force meeting. They were staying in a hotel nearby. And they walked out of their hotel and their motorcycles were being profiled. Not them, their motorcycles. The police officers said they were trying to determine who was at the hotel, that they heard there might be some outlaw biker gang members in town. So what we see going on now is this profile. It's everybody's saying, well, it's just the outlaw clubs. It's just, it's just the 1% clubs. Not true. Because of erroneous information and data that's being collected they're collecting data on everybody, not just 1% clubs. And you may not even know it. That's a scary thing to have going on in this country. It really is. But as we head toward the next legislative session, we may do something that's unprecedented. I want you to stay tuned. I've got to get it. I got to present it to my VP and my club and others that I know. Stand by for news as we head toward the next legislative session, where we seek a motorcycle profiling bill with teeth. And as we also work national through the Motorcycle Profiling Project, David Devereaux, Paul Landers, who is now back in the fold. I can't wait for what's next. Be ready to ride with us, literally. This is Butch Popeye Moss from Lubbock, Texas. Guns up, everybody. Have a good evening.